Bilston High Street has long been a haunt for musicians. It's known locally as the Trumpet and gets its name from the unbelievably erotic way a gypsy lass used to play that instrument. But more recently, it's been home and remains home for one of the most successful bands ever to emerge from the Midlands.
Come On Feel the Noise had entered the chart at #1, and there was a big pressure. Where's the next one coming from? And I walked in here one night, and Reg Curl, the pianist, was playing away. And he did this song, and he sang a line, and everybody joined in afterwards. I thought, that's it. And I went home and wrote the next #1. We always had our celebration parties here. When anything good has happened to us, it's always been down the Trumpet for a pint.
Of British bands, only the Beatles and the Stones have beaten Slade's 6 #1s. The hits turned 4 young lads from Bilston, Walsall and Wolverhampton into Britain's most likeable rock institution. 18 years ago, they played their way through the Black Country pub circuit. They then went through a skinhead phase, except, of course, Dave Hill, who does nothing by halves. He went through 2 skinhead phases. But the magic touch came from Slade's manager, Chaz Chandler, the tough Geordie who discovered Jimi Hendrix. And for the sons of a steelworker, car mechanic, engineer and window cleaner, the hits rolled out, big and brash, with an edge of steel from the voice of Noddy Holder.
What's everybody get up off the seat? Clap your hands, stamp your feet. Get down, get with it.
What makes the Slade story almost incredible is that it moves from rags to riches twice. The band that conquered Europe found American success harder to come by and returned to Britain forgotten men.
Well, I think there was one particular gig. I wouldn't say it was the lowest of the low, but it was the smallest audience. We were in the dressing room. It's one of these chicken in basket places, you know, they all sit there eating the chicken in the basket. Who's on, you know? 50 people out there. Oh, Christ. We've got to go and perform. We've got the whole show and the whole bit to play to 50 people. But we went out in there and did it.
After 4 years of what biographer Chris Charlesworth calls popular neglect, the story gets close to pure Hollywood.
How many others can, boast of having 2 careers?
A last-ditch, stunning performance at the giant Reading Festival put the band on the road to another string of hits in the 80s.
If you're in the swing, party everything. If you're in the swing, run away. See chameleon lying there in the sun. All things to everyone, run away. Whoa!
There's no doubt Slade's resurrection is due to their own self-belief and an unshakable faith in the Midlands.
And all through the big years, Jim was still going uptown and meeting his missus for a coffee, and I was going home to Mum and Dad, and that's the way it went on, and we're having #1s, and I was still going down the local pub, and I was still doing the things that I've always done. And we didn't actually want to remove that. Maybe that was our stability, which kept us in touch with the people we've always known. And we've still got that around, although we've had to vacate other places when we got too big to go in those places because people were starting to be a bit like, hey, I can sing better than you, or, sort of an attitude going on. We had to sort of remove ourselves a bit, but we've still stayed in the same area, and I think that's helped us.
Yeah, our manager was a very powerful man, and I was the first one to actually buy a house up here. And the others were saying, go on, you're going to tell him you've actually bought a house in the Midlands and not in London. I told him, he said, Jimmy, you're crazy. In London, there's a bit of wood, there's a bit of workmanship, bit of everything, man. You ought to fall down in the Midlands. It's a story you wouldn't believe if you saw it on the Judy Garland story, I was rock bottom, then I came back and it was wonderful.
It's quite a story when the magnitude of it all those years and the slogging around the clubs for those 4 years when we were having no hits and people didn't want to know, and just the attitude, you're finished and all that, which only goes to show that you're not finished. And the fact that we can play together and we have that sound, and we went out there and did it.